What's going on, guys? JPP Duel here, and first of all, before I begin the video, I would like to thank you guys very much for watching my videos, hitting the sub button, hitting the notifications button, liking my videos as well. You guys are awesome people, so thank you very much, guys. And with that being said, let's get on with today's game. So for today's game, I am going first, and I do start with a prank his place. So again, guys, anytime you start with a prank his place, even if you have another starter card in your hand, always start by activating Prankish Place. This lets you know whether your opponent has any hand traps in their hand, and most of the times, Prankish Place will end up eating your opponent's Ash Blossom, so you could safely go into your combo. So I'm going to activate Prankish Place, search for a Dropsies, and go into my combo off of Dropsies. Go into Meowmoo, activate Graveyard, Special Out Fancies, go into Doodle Doo, activate Graveyard, Chain Link to Doodle Doo, search for a Pranks. So again, I already had Pandemonium in my hand and a place on the field. So I search for Pranks, discard a Pandemonium, special out my Lampsies, activate Doodle Doo, and again, guys, okay, so at this point, if you did not have a Pandemonium in your hand, off of the activation of Doodle Doo, you'll get the Pandemonium plus a Prankers monster, but I already had a Pandemonium in my hand, so what I did was I went for the two monsters in my graveyard. I do that, activate Pranks, discard a copy of Fancies, get a token, go into another Doodle Doo. Again, if you guys don't know why you go into two Doodle Doos, is because you get the recycle of Pranks and a free draw off of Pranks. Yeah, you could still recycle if you go into one Doodle Doo, but you'll be forced to recycle your Meowmoo if you want to activate Bow Wow Bark on your opponent's turn, so keep that in mind. I'm going to get Roxy's, go into my Bow Wow Bark off of the Roxy's plus Doodle Doo, banish the Fancies in the hand, and draw into a Ash Blossom. I'm going to set down my Forbidden, set down Call by the Grave, set down Pandemonium, and end my turn. I'm going to activate Pranks on the end of my turn, recycle 3 cards, and draw into a Raigeki, which is pretty nice because it's a big board clear on my next turn. So I activate my Bow Wow Bark, get a copy of Lampsies plus Pandemonium. Again, if you did not have both the copies of Prank's Monster plus 1 on the field, at this point you have to get 2 copies of Prank's Monster for the Butler combo. But again, I already had a copy of Dropsies in my hand, so I went for Lampsies plus Pandemonium. Again, guys, it's your choice how you want to play the game, how off of the cards you have in your hand. So you can pick and choose what card you want off of the Doodle Doo plus the Bow Wow Bark. So keep that in mind as well. So it's my opponent's turn, and he instantly destroys all my spell trap with Lightning Storm. So I'm forced to activate Pandemonium as soon as he activates Lightning Storm. Go into my Butler combo. So again here, as soon as I see Lightning Storm, I'm thinking maybe my opponent is playing a Numeron Network deck because I see Lightning Storms a lot in Numeron Network's starting hand. So that is the reason why I put my Butler in defense or putting it in offense, because I was playing around my opponent playing Numeron Network. So my whole back row is dead. I activate the graveyard activations of my Prankets cards, and again, my Prankets place was going to get destroyed anyways, so Butler would not get boosted up by 500. So I'm going to get my Prankets special out from my graveyard. I go into Roxy's, Fancies plus Dropsies, and sadly, he goes into battle phase and activates Evenly Matched. So I am forced to only keep Butler on the field. But again, another sad part is that he has a Kaiju for my Butler. So my Butler's dead, I activate my Butler's graveyard activation, get myself a copy of Doodle Doo out on the field. Again, I already activated Bow Wow Bark on my opponent's turn 1, so I cannot activate Bow Wow Bark again. So I'd rather go into Doodle Doo to activate it on my turn to get the copy of Butler back from the graveyard into my hand to go into my Butler again. So my opponent is playing some kind of Jet Synchron deck. He goes into Relinquished, takes control of the Kaiju, specials out the Rocket Synchron, Jet Synchron again, and then goes into a Crystron Helki Fabrics. He tries to activate the special summon of the Crystron. I negate it using Ash Blossom, and he ends his turn. And he did discard a copy of the White Stone of Ancients, so he's playing a Blue Eyes Synchron deck. At this point I know he's playing a Blue Eyes Synchron deck. He activates the White Stone in the graveyard, gets a copy of Blue Eyes White Dragon, the OG Blue Eyes White Dragon on the field, and ends his turn on that. I draw into an Ash Blossom, pretty bad. No starting cards in hand. Thankfully, I had Doodle Doo on my field. So I send my Doodle Doo to the graveyard, activating it, get a copy of Place, plus a copy of Butler back into my extra deck. Activate Place, search for the Lamseys, and start going into my combo. As soon as I do that, he uses Crystal Hockey Fabrics to go into Formula Synchron. Activates Formula Synchron, chainlinks the second effect of Formula Synchron again. So he's gonna Synchro Summon another card, which is the Omni Negate of Baron de Fleur, and draws a card of the first effect. So again, I still keep going into my combo. I know I have Raigeki, right? So I want him to somehow want to bait out the Baron de Fleur's Omni Negate before I use Raigeki to kill the Baron de Fleur. So I start going into my Link Climb combo. First graveyard activation, I chain block using the Prankist Place since it did have a monster on the field. So no negations on that. I go into my Doodle Doo, activate the drops in the graveyard chainlink 1, and I don't activate Doodle Doo on the field because he could have negated the Doodle Doo and destroyed it, and I would have been left with nothing but one copy of a Prankist monster on the field and no use for it. So I don't activate Doodle Doo. Don't give him a chance to use the Baron's Omni on my Doodle Doo to destroy it. So I go into Predaplant. So now I'm thinking, right, I already have Butler in my extra deck, right? I already have Butler copy back. I also have all the materials I need for the Butler summon off of the Predaplant. So first I activated Raigeki. So at this point he has to use, I'm forcing him to use his Baron de Fleur's Omni Negate. Either he uses the Negate or it's just straight up gone from the field with him, having nothing. So my Predaplant could safely go into my Butler combo. So he activates Baron de Fleur's Negate on my Raigeki, which negates plus destroys the Raigeki, sends it to the graveyard. I'm totally fine with it. So now I can activate the Predaplant's combo of going into my Butler through Thunder Dragon Fusion. So I go into my Butler, my Prankist Place will boost up all my monsters' attack by 500, but sadly he had a Nibiru in his hand. Like, I was trying to consider whether he would have a Nibiru or not, but sadly he did have a Nibiru. So he Nibiru's my whole field. I get a pretty huge token, 6500, 5400 defense. So what he does, he activates the White Stone, banishes it, gets a copy of Blue Eyes in his deck. He activates the Melody of Awakening by discarding a Blue Eyes to draw 2, but I Ash Blossom it. So Melody of Awakening, discard discard 1 card, and then add up to 2 Dragon Monsters with 3000 attack in your hand. I negate that. He puts his Nibiru in defense. So I draw into a starter card again, right? Terraforming. But I still used the Thunder Dragon Fusion in my graveyard because I wanted to see if he had any hand traps or not, and thankfully he didn't. So I'm gonna go into a 1-card combo off of the Fancies, go into my Miyamu, activate the Fancies, chain link with my chain block with my Prankist Place. Again, if he had any Ash Blossom or something, graveyard negate, I could just chain block it. So my opponent scoops off of that, and that's gonna be the game. Again, really important to recycle your cards with the Doodle Doo plus the pranks. If your opponent kills your pranks, somehow get the pranks back off of Doodle Doo. If you're running a second copy, you're okay, but I only run 1 copy, so I have to keep recycling my cards like that. So that's the game, guys. Hope you guys do like the commented videos. If you do like them, let me know in the comment section. If you don't like them, also let me know. Hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, hit the notifications icon, comment, share. This is JPB Duel signing off for this game. See you guys in the next game. Peace!